On today's episode, I talk about the steps you need to take to deliver awesome business advisory services. Welcome back to Weekly Q&A with Steph, episode number 43. Yesterday I had the pleasure of spending the afternoon with a bunch of CPA accountants talking about business advisory services. Now, for each of us, advisory means different things. It might be full CFO service style things. It might be that you're doing monthly or quarterly reporting for your clients. You might want to do some cash flow forecasting for people. You might want to do coaching or mentoring. The key here is advisory services means so many different things to different people. So when you're looking to implement advisory services in your business or to grow your advisory services that you're currently doing, you really need to work on 4 very, very simple steps. Step 1 is to work out what services you want to actually deliver. And there's a key to working out what services you want to deliver. And before you get to that point, it's working out why you want to deliver these things. And of course, we need to know what type of clients we have and what type of services they want. But there has to be a fundamental why that makes you want to get out of bed every morning and actually deliver these services as the business. And this is key. If you don't understand that why and you don't really have that desire that this is what you desperately want to do, doing the hard yards and implementing for these next 4 steps won't actually happen. Or they'll happen, but they'll happen really, really slowly. So step 1 is determining what do those services look like. What is it going to look like for the client? What is it going to look like for you internally? How many resources do you need to throw at that? What type of systems might you need to be able to throw at that as well? But the key here is defining what it looks like. Now, this shouldn't be something that takes you weeks and weeks and weeks to do. You want a really nice wall, like you can see in the background here. You just want to grab out those sticky notes and start putting up some ideas. Start putting up as many ideas as you possibly can, and then you can start to refine these. But it does need to be a short and sharp process once you know why you're trying to do this in the first instance. The next step in being able to deliver really, really good advisory services is actually being able to sell them. Now, as accountants, we're generally not brilliant salespeople, so this is something that you need to spend time on. You need to be able to tell your existing clients what it is that you can do for them and make sure they all know all the services that you can provide. But you also need to be able to get that message out to potential new clients who are coming on board so that you really are delivering the exact type of services that you as a business want to deliver. So you have to have an actual sales plan. You need to have a marketing plan of how you're going to roll these actual services out. Now, that can be as simplistic as going and getting somebody in from an external point of view to help you roll out that plan. Or it might be as simple as physically going, okay, we've got 10 clients internally we know desperately need these services. Let's start with these 10 guys. Let's roll everything out. Let's learn what we can, what works, what doesn't work. And then we're going to pick the next 10 clients and the next 10 clients and the next 10 after that. The third step, though, is actually about training. Now, I asked the room of accountants yesterday if they had a lot of people in their organisations who were great at being able to deliver business advisory services, and everybody's hand went up to say, look, we really don't have a whole team who is fantastic at delivering those services. And this is crucial and key. You're going to have different personality types. You're going to have different skill sets within your business. You want to make sure that you are promoting the right people to do the right type of work, but also that you have a rock solid training plan. Oftentimes we just expect that people will be able to jump in and do those advisory style meetings, jump in and be able to give that advice, but we haven't given them the training and the actual ongoing training that they need to be able to deliver that. I've talked in previous videos about our House MD, great TV show, but the training that we do in terms of looking at the symptoms of clients, looking at the problems that they have and devising solutions as a group. So we'll link to that as well so you can go back and watch that if you haven't or you've forgotten about that video as well. But that third step is making sure we have training plans ongoing training plans for our team so that we can continue to roll out these advisory services. Now, if you have people internally who you don't think want to do those services or you don't think are capable to do those services, you may need to look for new blood into the team, or you may need to look for other people who can come in and do that. But this cannot be an excuse. You can't have the excuse that I just don't have the right people, because you can go and find the right people if this is actually what you really want to deliver as a business. So step one, defining what that looks like, what that is, and why you want to do those services. Step two, getting in place that selling plan. Step three, making sure you have that training program in place. But step four is what is often missing for people, and that's capacity. Making sure that you have capacity in your current team or with new people coming into the team to actually deliver these services. We are all really busy with compliance deadlines that we need to do and all sorts of other work that crop up for our clients. So if you desperately want to deliver those business advisory services, you have to make sure you have capacity. You have to ensure that you have people who can do that work in the right timeframes all throughout the year, depending on the services that you want to provide, so that you don't go to market or go to those clients, do something once, and then you're not following up and replicating that as well. So there are my top 4 tips if you're looking at expanding your current or existing advisory services, or you're looking to promote or do something different or new as part of your service packages. Have a think through those very helicopter broad steps. Make sure you've got those training plans in place. Make sure you have that marketing in place, but most importantly, ensure you have capacity in your business to deliver those services in the first place. So that's a wrap on this week's episode. I'll be seeing all of you, or hopefully all of you, at XeroCon in Melbourne next week. Be sure to give me a shout out if you want to have a coffee or just jump by to say hello. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.